Hi everyone, I'm going to make an art journal page in this dictionary that I made into an art journal. I just glued 2 pages or 3 pages together, and I also take out some of the pages just so it won't get bulky. And I have already got some acrylic paint here, all kinds of greens, just what I had, and I don't have names, all kinds of stuff from a cheap store. I've got some deep green and some like dark turquoise and I don't know, leaf green, and some olive green, and some light turquoise and white. I've put white so I can mix with the other colors and have more variation in the color. I'm going to put them on my page quite randomly, like so, and dipping into the white. I'm already getting another color, another variation, and not overthinking it, just putting down some paint that it's going to cover my page. Don't care if the text is showing through. It's really a stress-free smearing paint and having fun. Next color. I'm just dipping, I'm not cleaning my brush. I'm letting everything mix in between, don't care. This is just the beginning, just covering the page with all kinds of greens. Almost done. Just adding white in several places again, so it would be more interesting. Haven't used the light turquoise, and I don't know if I will use it, maybe on top, we'll see. I'm just using all the leftover paint. I think I want just a little bit more of darker green. Almost covered it all, so I'm just going back and adding a little bit. This kind of background, it doesn't have to be with a brush. You can take a sponge and just put lots and lots of the same family of color, let's say it like that, all over. Okay, so I've got coverage. Now I'm going to let this dry completely before I continue. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, and now I want to add a lot of detail to my background. But before I do it, I know my focal image is going to be this, I don't know, gate, what to call it, and I want it approximately here, but I don't want all the details that I'm going to add to the background to be on the back side, because then it will just blend into it won't be a focal image, it won't stand out on this background. So I just took this on just a piece of paper, traced the outside and cut it like this, so I can put it here, and so whatever I'm doing on the page will not go on this piece. And I'm just putting a little bit of sellotape like this in the back, so I'm masking the area where my focal image is going to be, like so, and I'm moving this aside. Now I want, as I say, to add a lot of detail to my page, and I'm picked all kinds of stencils. I've got some peach color, fuchsia, light turquoise, and I've got white gesso here that I will probably use later on. And again, I'm going to do it quite randomly. I'm just going to start stenciling randomly on the background. I don't care if it's not really popping on the page, it just needs to add interest. And I don't know what you call it, but splotches of color. And basically this is going to, well, it will add interest, it will add visual texture, and it also will bring the whole thing together, this kind of stenciling. And here the mask is just helping me not get into this area. If I think it needs another coat, then I will just align it with what I've done and just do another coat. But as I said, it's not quite important, but I do add a little bit in all kinds of places. Okay, next, let's see, I think I'm moving to this stencil. It's really not important to have the same stencils. These little ones are from the cheap store, and I'm not even cleaning my sponge. I'm dabbing the excess, and I'm going to start stenciling this. The important thing is to use what you have and what you like. I could have picked any other stencils that I have. I could have gone with, I don't know, cogs, gears and cogs for that matter. These are acrylics from the cheap store. They are quite translucent and not quite opaque, but it's working for me because I don't want them to stand out. Just add interest. And I don't know if you can see, but it also overlapped what I've done with the peach color. Don't care. Again, if I want it to be more noticeable, I will just apply a second layer. It's quite intuitive. I don't have a plan for it. I just, where I feel I need this color, I just add a little bit. This quite blended, so I'm just going to add a little bit here. Okay, and I'm moving to another stencil. This one, I'm going to take another sponge. I don't want this to mix. The peach and the fuchsia was great together, but for this one I'm just going with another sponge. Again, just dabbing excess. And stenciling. I'm going to cover the whole page with this detail with the stenciling. I'm just looking underneath to see where I want more of it before I'm moving to another area. So I'm going to continue doing this and then I'll come back. Okay, so I'm back. I've finished going all over. Now I want to put my focal image and I'm going to take off the mask. So, and I'm going to first stencil with white gesso. Basically I want it to be gold, but I have dark color underneath. I'm not sure if I put gold acrylic paint directly if it will work. Most of the time the metallic colors are not quite opaque, so first I want to put down some gesso, and if later on if the gold acrylic paint won't work on top of it, then I will go in with some gold gel pens for all these little details that I have here. A lot of the time when I want something to stand out on a dark background, I will first gesso, and so whatever color, the lighter color that I'm going to use on top will stand out. Even other acrylic paints, not metallic, if they are, like if I wanted to use yellow, it would not stand out on a black, on a dark background. So it's better to use first gesso. Sometimes, depending on the background, you even need 2 coats of the gesso to have a good base. If I had embossing powder and tools, then I would do it with gold, so it would really pop up on the page. Or bronze, something like that. We'll see. Okay, good enough. Oops. Now, next, for the rest of my page, let's see. I want lots and lots of leaves all over. This is like the gate for my secret garden. I love the book. I think it's translated to English in secret. It's Secret Garden. I don't I'm not sure. I need to check it. And so, like, it always was one of the books that I really liked. So I'm going to start stenciling. Now I'm not sure if I want it with the gesso, or maybe I'll mix it with the leftover of the turquoise, so it won't be completely white. Let's see. Okay, I think I like it. It's not completely white, it's not completely turquoise, it's something in between, and I just want to add more and more of this. This is one of the stencils that I made, and I'm really liking it. I'm using it all the time. So I'm just playing with the white and the turquoise, so it won't be a solid color and it would be more interesting. Now I'm going to go all over, and then I'm going to take some acrylic marker to do a stem and a contour lines. We'll see. I had some vague idea, not completely know exactly what I'm doing. I have another stencil that I thought of trying here next to the gate. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe it would be too delicate. I don't know. I don't want this stencil all over because it has too much detail and it will cover most of what I've done in the back, which I don't want. With this stencil, I still get all this interest that I have in the back. I'm going a little bit inside where the gate is, like it's like a vine. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, something like this, just a little bit. The more small detail with this stencil will be here, and the rest I'm going to do with my stencil. So I'm going to continue doing this. It's going to take me quite some time, and I'll be back. Okay, so finished stenciling the leaves, and now I'm just going around everything, all the leaves, the big leaves, with this well, a metallic acrylic marker, and this is also from the cheap store. Again, no brand, no nothing, and I'm just going around the leaves and making some stem that will connect everything, like so. I don't know if you can see, it's metallic, the light is not that great. Maybe if I will tilt it, you can see. So just trying to get everything together without putting my hand in this. All this acrylic pens are, it takes them a few seconds to dry, and if you put your hands on top of it, then you smear it, so you need to be careful. Here we go. Almost done. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so decided that I am going to do this gate with just this gel roll gold pen like this. The details are really small, so it's better to just be patient and go over all of it with the gold, like so. All these little pieces, it's better with this kind of pen. Also with gel roll pens, you also need to be careful. It also takes a few seconds to dry, and don't put your hand in it. So this is going to take a lot of time. But what can you do? I really wanted it to be gold. So I'm going to continue doing this, and then I'll come back. Okay, finished. It took a lot of time. Haven't bargained on it, but I really like what's going on. I really like that it's gold now. I hope you can see it. And I just want to add a little bit more detail. I'm going to take some acrylic pens. These are from the cheap store. Don't know. I have yellow, I have gold, and I have some Posca pens in these colors. Or maybe, no, I don't want the pink. I have this magenta, and let's see. Okay, so I'm going to start with this light blue, and I just want to add more details to my page, some dots. I don't know why. It's hardly seen on this background, but it's here, and again, it's just adding something more. I'm gonna try the gold, and we'll see. If not, I will switch to the yellow. I've got another gold, I think, a Posca pen. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, it works. Okay. Once again, I'm doing it quite randomly. Just so I will have more detail in several places. Let's see. I'm going with this magenta acrylic pen, but it has a narrow tip, so I'm not sure if it will work for me. the way I want it to. Now, let's see, maybe I'm going over a second time just so it would be a little bit more noticeable, and something just doesn't work with the Posca pens. Let's see. So I'm just doing the same thing over and over again. Quite boring, I know. But I think this is it for my page. Going over. Trying to go over without smearing everything. Quite a challenge. I'm debating where to put more. Yeah, I think this is it. Maybe, just maybe I will add a little bit of the yellow where the gold is, because it's not that noticeable as I would like it to be. The yellow is now making everything better. It shines. So I'm really liking what's going on now. Where else? Here. More of the gold to go over. Yeah, that's it. That's my page. I'm really liking what's going on, my secret garden. So thank you for watching, and thank you for leaving me comments down below. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.